Hi, I'm Joe Chilling, mornings from 7 to 9 with Buffalo's classic oldies from the 60s and 70s on the Big Weck. Joining us on the Big Weck's Buffalo on the Rise today is Jeff Hahn from SC Parker. Jeff, how are you?
Good, Joe. How are you?
Good. You're looking very dapper.
Well, thanks so much.
And there's smiles all on your face. You know, if you frown, do people concern themselves that maybe the market may be down? Do you have to always be in an up mood?
Well, I am naturally optimistic. And
You'd have to be in your job.
you do, right? Because you're dealing with something that changes a lot.
Right.
And you don't know which way it's going. So you have to have a belief that it's gonna improve and the economy will expand and that the value of your investments will go up. Otherwise, why would you do it, right?
Blue skies, smooth sailing, you know, things like
I don't say that, but because it's never just easy, right? But I am always optimistic.
I hate to say this, but you know, I'll say it to you, and because we're going to ask what the market's doing right now. I don't look at my investments when they come in, you know, monthly. I just, you know, I don't think it's that I'm afraid. It's just the fact that I think, what can I really do about it anyway? And what rings true to me, and I think I mentioned this to you before, it stands in my mind, you know, that you said the market is fluid, so it's constantly changing. So I just leave it.
So the stock market in particular is the most liquid market in the world. And the price of the stocks changes literally by the second or the fraction of the second. So you're looking at your statement and you have to realize that your values are completely different now. And, but you want to keep some track of it. We, of course, are watching that kind of thing and watching our clients' accounts all day, every day. That's our job. But I am more and more convinced, Joe, that for a single individual or a couple, their greatest financial asset is their own intelligence and the way they handle their finances and their money. You can probably, with the right practices, work yourself out of almost any situation financially and create doing things in a modest way to begin with, a substantial investment portfolio, and it's all based on a person's discipline and how well they handle their money.
Well, and when I ask this question, I'm not specifically referring to you, but it could be the people that work with you. Do you get calls from people all the time saying, well, I noticed this changed, not just when statements come out, but you know, maybe they're watching things on TV or they're watching finance or whatever, and things are changing and they say, how is this affecting me?
We get those kind of calls, and we have certain clients who watch it much more closely, and we're happy to have them call. We appreciate them as clients. They're welcome to call us anytime. I tell this to people all the time. You're welcome to stop into our office anytime, and they do, right? So everybody is unique as far as that goes, and they all react a little differently. We all do. Mm-hmm. And certain people are more involved and they have more questions, and we're happy to answer them.
So people viewing this morning, how would you describe, if you had to give them fundamental goals, fundamental planning goals, if you will, what would you suggest to them?
Yeah, that's a great question. When we're doing analysis, we start with the person. You know, each of us is our own economy. So we want to analyze their economy and give them guidance on how they should be progressing forward. You know, what are they trying to accomplish, and what advice can we give to help them succeed? Because our success is only based on the client's success, and that's how we measure it. From there, we're looking for investments that will support those goals and aspirations that they have. And we're looking for what we think and hope will be good quality investments that they will own, hopefully for a long time, and that will grow for them over time in a good way, right? We're very conscious of risk, and risk is the potential to lose, right? Mm-hmm. And you're dealing with things that go up and down in value by the second. So it's a real process for that.
When you talk about time too, I mean, you know, it's not just, I would imagine, how stocks or things like that perform or how they age, but you're aging as well.
Yes.
So in the times that we're aging, we have to look at risk too, right? Because maybe you're more secure in more secure things as you get older, whatever.
Yeah, but another thing is that people are living a lot longer nowadays, and for our clients, they're not looking at just themselves in their own life, but maybe the lives of their children or grandchildren. We call that generational wealth, and it's one of our objectives is to help people create that generational wealth to carry things forward. You know, the world today is changing real fast, and there's a lot of pressure on people economically. But if we can strengthen their personal economies, it protects them and insulates them from the greater economic changes that are going on.
I think that helps out. I mean, I feel a little bit better about that, you know, and you're so calm when you talk about it as well. We really appreciate it. Jeff Hahn from SC Parker. Sponsorship and promotional consideration for the preceding segment provided by SC Parker. SC Parker LLC at 5892 Main Street, Williamsville, New York. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA SIPC. 716-632-6800. The views expressed in this program are general in nature and not intended to be investment advice. Any discussion of individual securities should not be construed as a recommendation or solicitation by the presenters. Join me weekday morning, 7 to 9 a.m. with Buffalo's classic oldies from the 60s and 70s on the Big Wack.